Hey, welcome to the what?
What it do, what the business is.
We finally back in the building.
We back.
We finally back in here.
We back again.
Once again.
Boom.
Once again.
Welcome to another episode of Trash Talk with Bobby and Sean. That's your host, Bobby. I'm Sean. We're going to talk about a little bit of UFC today.
UFC. Hey, Sean.
What it do?
We're gonna do a lot of living tonight. We're gonna do a
lot
of
living. Hey, look, you missed it. That's what it was. You missed it.
The dumbest statement.
Then why
in the
you
world.
say it? Because I tried to phase it out.
You gonna say it?
I tried to phase it out. We're gonna do a lot of living tonight.
Man.
We had done a lot of living because UFC ain't had nothing happen. Look, we're gonna talk about UFC 273 coming up. Got a couple good fights. Gonna make some predictions for you. We got the drama with Aljamain Sterling and Piotr Jan finally coming to the head.
Whatever.
They got me on April Fools. He got pulled out of the fight.
Again?
Again. I said, Lord, they got me good. They ain't even put no smiley emojis. Didn't even say that they was doing that. They got me. I ain't even mad at them. All right, look. You ready? Are you ready to get into this?
Man, let's get into the first part of the show, man. The zombie attacks, man. The zombie attacks. They disrespected my man, Korean Zombie, though. They disrespecting him. We're going to put some respect on his name in this segment of the show right here. Look.
They counted him out.
Look. I almost said his name, Sean. I almost said his name, man.
You know how to say it, though, like you don't.
Said it. I almost said it. You know I don't say that man's name. You know why I don't say his name? Because he fight off points, not wins. That guy fight off points, not wins. And Korean Zombie is going to come in there and he going to fight to win. And I feel like he going to do the damn thing tonight, man. Hey, look. You got the time? You going to put it on the clock?
I'm trying to. Look, you see it popping up right now. It's doing that little Windows thing where it be like, hey, do you want to wait? Of course I'm going to wait. What else am I going to do?
Hey. When you put the 5 minutes on the clock, man, I want to hear your opinion about this fight, man. How do you see it going? Who do you see coming out on top? Or we're going to keep your predictions for a little bit later, man. But look, how is this fight going to go? How is this going to go, man? I feel like Volkanovski or whatever his name is going to do that weird stuff where he just like hugs him for like 5 rounds and then takes the W. What you think?
So this fight has a lot more to it than what people are thinking. Because I don't understand why we're counting the Korean Zombie out so much in this fight. We'll talk about the odds and stuff when we get into the predictions. But it's like no one's betting on the Korean Zombie as if I saw the statistic. He hadn't been scheduled for a 3-round fight since 2011. He's only been scheduled for championship fights. So my man is always in the mix.
He stay ready. That's what he said.
He stay ready, so he don't never got to get ready. 5 minutes on the clock. Let's get it moving. So he stay ready, so he don't never got to get ready. And
he always ready. He be ready.
And so that's a live dog in this fight.
Hey, man, and he comes forward with that chin open. That's why they call him a Korean Zombie. He come forward with a chin open. He said, knock me out.
Look, you got to. He took that L against a spinning back elbow. 1 second left in the fight. I forgot his name. He took that elbow, but that whole fight is just nothing but move. He could overwhelm Volkanovski in this fight, you know? Rightfully so to bet on the champion. It is rightfully so to bet on the champion.
You got to bet on the champion. You got to bet on the champion.
But the line should be a lot closer than what people are making this out to be. Let me look up how old the Korean Zombie is. Because you know he took them 2 years off, right?
Yeah.
Because he went to serve for his military. But again, 17-6 is his record. My man he ain't but 35.
He's still young, man.
He's still young. He's still wet young. Behind the ears.
Yeah, he is.
Is that what they say? Volkanovski being 33. There's no age difference. Man, I don't understand this. How did he get nicknamed the Zombie? Is what Megan asked. So they call him the Korean Zombie because that man, when they go in and they say go, it's just all go all the time. Like nothing affects him. No shots, no nothing. He just pushes forward the whole time. And he's got to. And back before anybody was like actually famous, to where Dana White was like wearing their walkout shirt. You remember back then?
Yeah.
Dana White was wearing the Korean Zombie walkout shirt. He wasn't wearing no one else's stuff. But he was wearing a Korean Zombie because you had to put some respect on that man's name. That's all that dude did was fight classics. And you telling me you gonna count him? I'm gonna say the line right now. My man's a 5-1 underdog.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, here's the big thing about the Korean Zombie though is that he got knocked out 1 second left in a previous fight. Do you feel like the chin is still there? Do you feel like the Zombie's name is still intact with the Korean Zombie, because he got his chin has proved him wrong one time, and it has been recently. So do you feel like the Korean Zombie has been figured out per se, or do you feel like the age is caught up with him?
I don't feel like
his chin is not as good as it was in the past? How do you feel about that situation?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. So, his last fight, he beat Dan Ige in a decision. Then he lost before the end of Brian Ortega, beat Frankie Edgar and Hanato Moicano. And then it was that Yair Rodriguez was the fight that he lost 459 in round 5, lost to an elbow. I don't know if he's been knocked out before then. No, he lost to Jose Aldo, but that's because he threw his down. That's where he was Korean Zombie at for real. He threw his shoulder out. His shoulder was gone. And so then he just got overwhelmed and stuff, and they counted it as a loss, and that's when he took the 2 years off, I believe. That last fight was in 2013, and then he didn't fight again until 2017. Ooh, boy.
Damn, that's a long time. That's
a long time. That's a long time to get that chin back together, too.
Yeah, hey, it is, but you never know, though. You never know. Because, I mean, the fighter, I won't name his name because I don't respect this game. Oh, bars. Did you hear them bars I just spit right there, though? Oh, man, that's on top of the dome. But look, though, I don't want to see him as champion anymore. And the fact of the matter is that any champion that you see go into the cage, they're looking to do one thing. They're looking to inflict as much damage as possible and get the individual out as quickly as possible. The only other fighter that I've seen that wants to put on a five-round fight and administer as much damage as possible is Colby Covington, and he is not a champion. Look, the fighter that I will not name, I hope the Korean Zombie comes in, he overwhelms him with his chin, and Volky can't knock him out, and Korean just hits him with something nice that gets me out of my seat.
He finished somebody back in 2018. Chad Mendez.
Was he the champion at that time?
Let's see. Featherweight,
no, he was
3-5 minute. He was not champion.
He was not the champion. So unless he's the champion, come talk to me. But look,
he's only had 1 fight to win the belt, 2 title defenses, all decisions. Besides,
he don't fight.
Okay, fine, I get to you.
You know what I'm saying? He don't fight to knock a person out. He just fights to win. And I understand from a fighter's perspective, you go in there to try to get your paycheck. Once the bell rings, you already got half the check. You trying to get the other half by getting a dub. And the biggest thing for you to do is go in the fight and come out as healthy as possible with that W and the strap around your waist. But my thing is this. You're in the fight game. You're doing this for a living. And you're in there to put on a show to the crowd. And if you continue putting the shows that you put on currently in front of that crowd, you're not going to get the paydays that you would like to get because ain't nobody going to want to watch it. So I feel like Korean Zombie is a guy that people will come to watch if he wins that belt. And I feel like there's a couple challenges out there that could put some butts in the seats more than what the fighter I won't name does.
But look, okay, so I know who you picking in this fight, and we'll wait till we do the picks. So we're going to move on and talk about this drama-filled next fight.
It ain't no drama, man. It ain't no drama.
Megan said, getting hit probably doesn't feel good. Yes, you are correct. You are correct. Getting hit does not feel good.
It doesn't. It doesn't. But look, though, before we get into the next part of the show, man, we got to get into what's the bottom right corner, man. Something's a habit. Get like us, habits365.com/trash talk BS for that 10% discount. And if you want your logo or something in the bottom right corner, all you got to do is hit us up at
my feet smell like butt at gmail.com.
Hey, man, greatest email account ever made, man. Let's get into the next part of the show. They almost got you, man.
One picture.
They almost got you.
One picture.
They almost got you.
Got me.
Yeah.
They did almost get me for April Fools, man. Dang, they almost got me for April Fools. Got you. So this fight is still on. You got Aljamain Sterling versus Petr Yan. One video, one picture changed this whole everything. If he didn't have that one video immediately celebrating after the fight, there's a whole different scenario, whole different way that we look at this fight.
Yeah, man.
All
the
memes are gone. Yeah. Everything. Because someone on Facebook, I was looking through, scrolling, because everything on my Facebook is fight stuff, and they were like, go look at it and tell me if that wasn't a fight-ending foul. And if you go back and you look at that knee that Petr Yan threw, that's a hell of a knee that he got hit with, that he ate too.
He did. He ate the hell out of that. Yeah, he did. He was down for the count too. It's just one of those things, man. Aljamain was getting his tail beat the fuck off. And I could have cussed previously, but I wanted to put it in the fuck off. But look, man, he was getting his ass toe up. And that knee hitting him into the area where I don't want to get hit at, it really revived his career, because now he has the strap around his waist, and it got him another opportunity to sit back and do this fight all over again, man. And I mean to tell you, all the times that we've been joking on this guy for being happy to get a belt off of disqualification, I hope he went back into the lab and he found something, because Petr Yan is not a joke. This man is not a game. His boxing skills is on another level. And when he puts you into that box and he gets you into that middle of the ring or middle of the cage, he's going to put work to you. And I feel like Aljamain, if he ain't ready, it's going to be a long night for him. It's going to be a long night. It might be short. It might be a short night. It might be we get to the main event a lot quicker, because this belt might be unified or undisputed Petr Yan's belt. I'm just saying.
Y'all know Sterling is going to win this fight just to keep everything going. You know, it's in the stars. It's just what's going to happen. Aljamain Sterling is going to win this fight. And then
people talking shit,
and he gonna cut him a promo after this fight's over, and it's gonna be a la dang, what's his name? Soul Houses up north. He was talking to the crowd. Y'all tuned in, throwing other dang, what was that fight? I done lost his name. But that's what's gonna happen. He gonna get booed the whole time. He gonna go out and win this fight. Let me tell you. I'm telling you right now. Mark it down.
Be impressive. It better be impressive facts.
He gonna win this fight. And something controversial is going to happen during this fight, too. Nut shot, eye poke. I think he eye pokes Petr Yan. And if Petr Yan continues on, so then we're all going to be on Facebook. I'm hitting you with some knowledge right now. We're going to be all on Facebook talking about, see, that's what a real man does. He continues on after the other guy cheats and fouls. That's what we're going to do. Look, I'm here for this fight. I want to see this fight. I like the main event, but I want to see this fight.
This is a good one right here. And
they gonna boo him.
They gonna boo the hell out of him.
From the beginning. Hey, look, they gonna start booing. What's the fight before this? Is it the Gilbert Burns fight? As soon as that fight is over, they gonna start booing all the way until Aljamain gets to the cage. They gonna boo that much.
No. They gonna boo all the way up to Petr Yan coming out, and then they gonna cheer, and then after Petr Yan gets to the cage, they're gonna start booing again.
Then they're gonna start booing again. So
This is going to be a he better find the demons within to help him through this battle, because he ain't gonna have no crowd on his side.
I still
nobody
hold
gonna be on the side except for his family, his team, and maybe the 100 people that may show up for him, because everybody wants Peter Yan to win this belt back. They want him to win this strap back because they feel like Aljamain is not the true champion, and he's not the true champion because he went out on a disqualification.
Yeah, but you can't say that. Yeah, again, we go right back to this though. Hold on.
I feel like there shouldn't be no belt given to either party.
No.
And it should be, I'm just saying, if it's disqualification, it shouldn't be no belt because it's disqualifications. It didn't happen. To me, it just didn't happen. You take the belt away from the champion, you put it up there in the middle, and you just let it be. And you fight again. That's what I feel like this should have happened.
Look, listen, first off, I don't agree with that in the first place. Listen, what's the it's not play stupid games, win for stupid prize. What is it? If you don't want to be disqualified, then don't do disqualification shit.
Well, it's a knee. Sometimes you aim at the knee, you get somewhere you ain't supposed to.
Go back and look at that. There ain't no doubt in the world that he thought
he been when he shouldn't have been. He could have been in the
because wasn't it his damn, I should have went back and watched this. It was his corner that was calling for him to throw that knee in that situation. And he threw that knee, he threw that motherfucker hard too. But
boy, that thing nice.
in the situation where you do something like that, I do think like the disqualification should be there, should happen. Now, with that being said, it all came about. This is where all the hate came from. Because he was standing there getting the belt and he's like, oh, what's happening? I don't know what happened.
And he was crying.
What's
he was
happening?
On his knees.
And then they gave him the belt, and he's like, "Nah, don't put it around me, cuz I don't deserve it." Which that's okay. That's a good way to take it.
That's a good, that's a good way to take it. Yeah, that was a good way to take it.
But I think what happened is in between then in the locker room and at the party where they took that video was somebody in his head was like, "Hey man, I just need you to know that you're the champion. You should celebrate." They should have said you should celebrate tomorrow, but they didn't do that. And so now he feeling all right now. And so that's where everybody took
offense
to it. Yeah. Which, I don't know if I want to say rightfully so, but had he waited or that video didn't come out, everybody's just like, hey man, maybe you shouldn't foul if, but I'm still.
We're gonna get into a prediction a little later, man. Right. But we'll see what you think a little later when it's time to predict it. Because you said that Sterling gonna win this fight. We'll see what you predict now. Because when money on the line, I don't know if you're gonna go with that side. Hey, look, before we get to the next part of the show, man, I want to say what's up to everybody out there who said hi in the chat. I seen a couple people say hi. I see you. We see you. We trying to get through the show. You know what I'm saying? Talk about some UFC right now. But look though, we see you. What's up? We say what's up there, everybody. What's happening? But before we get into the next part of the show, we got to talk about what's in the bottom right corner, man. Stunting is a habit. Get like us, habit365.com/trash talk BS. If you want your logo or any kind of promotion in the bottom right corner, all you got to do is hit us up at
my feet smell like butt at gmail.com.
Hey, man, greatest email account ever made. Let's get into the rest of UFC 273, man. We got some other fights on the card that's legit. I'm talking about barn burners. I'm talking about fights that's gonna make you scoot up in your seat and say, "Oh, let's get it." Hey, let's talk about the next fight on the card, man. We already talked about the main event, the co-main event. Let's talk about what's before the co-main event and the main event, which I think is probably gonna be the most interesting fight on the card.
Is this the people's main event?
Man. This is people's, man.
Is this the people's main event though?
People right but here. We see number one contender right here.
I'm sorry. Not the people's main event. Is this the diehards main event? I don't think the people
this
care.
This
the people don't care about it. When you say people's main event, it's like, oh, Nate Diaz is on the card. He's opening up the show, but everybody here to watch that. So you got Gilbert Burns versus Khamzat Chimaev.
Oh man, this is some smoke in the city.
And again, with this, I'm gonna read out let's just act surprised in the next round. But I need you to understand the disrespect that's going on this card.
Yeah.
And another one of our sponsors, betonline.ag. That's where I get all of my stuff from. They got the line set. They won't let me do no 5-team parlay no more. They will only let me do 2 at a time. They won't let me do 5 of them, which is unfortunate. They got Gilbert Burns, 4-1 underdog.
What?
Plus
400.
Plus 425.
Oh my goodness.
That's out of line.
That's
now,
crazy.
Because listen to me when I tell you this. I'm gonna look them up because apparently I'm gonna say it until the damn cows come on. Kazmat Chimaev is a scary dude. Yes.
Very scary. Very scary.
Very scary dude. But Kazmat Chimaev is 10-0. Kazmat Chimaev's most notable win, not in the top 15. Zhilang Li was the last person he beat. After that, he beat Jared Marshall, which Jared Marshall ain't nothing to sleep at.
No, he ain't.
But I'm looking at a record, and then I'm looking at Gilbert Burns, who's 20-4 at age 35. Which
and his last fight he lost was with who?
Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. He beat.
Oh, I'm talking his last fight.
His last fight lost was Kamaru Usman.
With the champion.
With that jab.
He's been tested.
So he been tested. He fought the champ. And you telling me at plus 425?
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
I'm betting that all day. So
that's disrespectful.
That's disrespect. Don't disrespect my man like that. Now, is this going to be a good fight? I believe so.
I believe it's going to be a better fight than Kazmat's previous 2 fights in the UFC. I feel like this is going to go to the second round. Hopefully, Kazmat gets put in some deep waters and we get to see exactly what kind of fighter he actually is, because we already know Gilbert Burns is an individual that's going to take it to the edge and take it to the limit. And we know that Gilbert Burns also has the power to take out Kazmat, but can he do it? Because Kazmat has put everybody on the ground and they can't get back up. And Gilbert Burns is a different level.
Has a grappling match where he's Gilbert Burns, where he is grappling like dudes. He got a win over Rafael Lovato Jr., which ain't nothing to sleep on.
We'll see, man. That's what makes it most interesting.
They keep telling me like Kazmat Chimaev is just gonna go out here and wrestle this dude and he ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it. I don't necessarily believe that that's what he's gonna do to Gilbert Burns. I could be wrong. We were all wrong about Habib.
We're gonna see, man. That's why it makes it so interesting.
That's what makes it an interesting fight.
This is why these fights are so interesting, is because you don't know who's gonna win. The Peter Yan versus Aljamain Sterling, you expect Peter Yan to win. The fighter I won't name out loud versus the Korean Zombie, you expect the fighter that I'm not going to name out loud to win that fight. You expect him to win in a 5-round fight to the distance and through decision. You expect Peter Yan to probably beat Aljamain in the second round. You don't know what to expect with Gilbert Burns versus Kazmat, because Gilbert Burns could come out there and knock him out. Kazmat could put him on the ground and put him in a submission or do something nasty to him on the ground, or he can also knock him out as well. That's what makes this fight so interesting, because of that unknown factor. And when you have an unknown factor with 2 different fighters, that's what makes the thing so much interesting to watch and make you want to scoot up in your seat, man. But we got to get into the other fight that's on the card too, Mackenzie Dern versus Tecia Torres, man. How do you feel about that fight?
Apparently, I don't know if listen, I was talking to a good buddy of mine. Everybody I talk about fights named Bobby. Everybody talk about fights with their name Bobby. So if your name not Bobby, don't call me about no fights. I'm talking to a good buddy of mine, and I don't know. Now I feel like I might be a little out of line, but I've got I like Tecia Torres in this fight, right?
Yeah.
But Mackenzie Dern, I guess, nothing to sleep on. Okay.
She ain't. She looks stiff, though. Mackenzie Dern, to me, looks stiff standing up. Looks like she's not as fast standing up. I'm just saying. She just looks stiff.
I don't necessarily think in this fight, if I'm in Tecia Torres' camp, I'm not that afraid of all of that BJJ in this fight. You got Tecia Torres' fault, like everybody, right?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, never been submitted.
Yeah.
Never been submitted. Now, a lot of decisions on this. So that's a lot of cage time too. She has had a lot of decisions, but that's a lot of time to get caught in the cage. And I think she takes her down. She gets close to something. She doesn't get it. And then once that takedown is burned, probably an outside trip to tell you the truth, she's not going to hit her with that again. When she doesn't hit her with that again, now they got to stand. Tecia Torres is just going to do that blitz combo that she does all night, and we're going to see a decision. 4 rounds of 1, 3 rounds of 2. But it'll be clear cut. That's what I'm looking at in my head. We'll get into the predictions of that, but I just don't. But also, Tecia Torres has lost. Did she lose 4 in a row or something like that? She lost 4 in a row, but she was fighting number straight champs, I believe. And
that's what happens when you fight champions like that, though.
She took time off, and she's been doing a fitness regimen. So I don't know. This fight could be completely different than what I'm thinking, but I don't see it going any other way. I mean, I like Mackenzie Dern, I guess, but I don't see it going any other way.
Well, hey, the good thing is we'll see it live on April 9th, Saturday, 10 Eastern.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Oh, yeah, it's a pay-per-view, so you know what that means.
We're going to be up till 1 o'clock in the morning.
We're going to be up till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Now, hey, man, unfortunately, though, on the card, man, we don't get to see Kevin Gastelum fight.
Kevin Gastelum
that card has been scratched. We have a couple fights on the undercard that's happening. Is there a fight that interests you on the undercard, man?
Well, a fight that just got put together, which is last second, which pretty much the only reason why I think she took the fight is because she was there the corner Tecia anyway. But Aspen Ladd versus Raquel Pennington.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like that's a good fight, and I think maybe Aspen Ladd's coming back from that knee surgery. I don't know if she's fought since or before. Not exactly sure, but that'd be a good fight. Rosenstrike's on this fight. He's fighting Marcin Tybura.
I like him. The big reason why I like him is he's coming in to knock somebody out, coming to knock somebody behind the wash machine, man. So that's one of those fights where you're gonna watch it and you're gonna watch it to see some fireworks, and he's in there to show you fireworks. So that's the biggest reason why I like Rosenstrike.
Mickey Gall, Alexei Oleinik. It's not a bad card.
It's not a bad card at all.
It ain't worth $70.
It is not worth $70, but it's not
a
bad. It
ain't worth $70. But I'm
still watching it, though. I'm still watching it. Hey, but look, let's get into fight predictions. Before we get into the fight predictions, man, we got to talk about what's in the bottom right corner, man. Stunting is a habit. Get like us, habits365.com/Trash Talk BS for that 10% discount. And if you want your logo or promotion in the bottom right corner, just hit us up at
myfeetsmelllikebutt@gmail.com.
Hey, man, greatest email account ever made. Let's get into the predictions, man. We're going to keep this on the screen, man, so we can tell you exactly who we think is going to win in each individual fight. We can't talk about the Kevin Gastelum fight.
Tell me who y'all got too.
So we're gonna add in the Rosenstrike fight for your 5th fight. We're going to give you 5. Shante might give you 6 or 7, but we're going to give you 5. Sean's going to give you the odds for a couple fights, and we're going to go from there. What you think?
Bam, here we go. Number 1, Alexander Volkanovski versus the Korean Zombie. Who you got?
I hope the Korean Zombie beat the shit out of him. But if I'm putting the money on the line, I got to put with the fighter that I can't name his name because I don't respect this game. Bars.
Boom. Hold up. So we don't bet even around here. We always bet with the line. First and foremost, if who I pick in this fight, Alexander Volkanovski is the favorite. Yes, indeedy. But guess who I'm betting with? The Korean Zombie at plus 500. That is a bit out of line, if I have to say so myself.
Yup.
So I got the Korean Zombie in this, and I'm just going to sing with the shit. Zombie, zombie, zombie. Everything about that man is amazing. The song, The everything. All right, look. Aljamain Sterling versus Petr Yan. Aljamain Sterling, the champion in this situation, is the underdog.
Petr Yan, the champion.
Huh? He ain't the champion.
Yes, he is. Then they fight for the belt back then. And he got the
interim. That don't say
the champion. It's the champion.
You say the interim champion. You got to put interim in there. He ain't got the belt. Aljamain Sterling do.
Well, when you say Aljamain Sterling, you gotta say the
paper
question
champ.
mark.
Paper champ, is that what they call it?
The question mark.
The paper champ. No. Aljamain Sterling
versus
real
the interim
champion.
Champ. The paper champ versus interim champ. Go ahead.
Aljamain Sterling at a plus 350.
God dog.
You can catch Petr Yan at minus 450. In this case, I'm telling you that Petr Yan is going to win this fight, right?
Yeah, he gonna mollywop his ass.
But I want Aljamain Sterling to throw a monkey wrench in all of y'all whole day. I'm picking Aljamain Sterling.
So, Sean, what you telling me from the last two fights, man? You put $25 on each one of the fights, win about $40. You put $25 on like the first or the last three fights of the night. You could probably win $100, $200 off of like $75. Is that what you're trying to say?
That's what I'm trying to say.
God damn, boy, they trying to get you some money in your pocket now. Let's get into the next fight, man. Let's get into the next fight, man. What's the odds on that now?
Let's see. Gilbert Burns versus Khamzat Chimaev. Gilbert Burns at a plus 425. That's
crazy, dog. That's crazy. And if you don't know anything about odds, man, that means you put $100 on Gilbert Burns. You put $100 to win $425. Just so you know. Just put it out there in perspective.
They let me get a 3-team parlay for the 3 upsets.
Oh shoot, boy! If it happens, dog, that's a lot of money.
Holy moly!
What you gonna put? You put $5 on?
First off, don't talk about my betting. Don't talk about my betting. I can bet a lot $5 at a time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put $5 on this
to win
$703.
And this might be the best night to put your money on the line for the underdogs because each individual has a dog in the fight.
$25 bet will net you $3,518.
Hey, put 25 on it for me. I get it to you. I PayPal you.
Listen to me when I tell you this. Listen to me when I tell you this.
I'm a bet man. Put it on the line.
Listen to me when I tell you. But look, it's not that it's that out of line.
No,
because Gilbert Burns ain't got to get ran over by Khamzat Chimaev.
No.
Aljamain Sterling might be the weakest link.
He is
in this betting chain.
Ain't no might in it. He is.
But he's still the champion.
Paper champ.
He's still the champion. Then you got the Korean Zombie versus Alexander Volkanovski. He's gonna have to put him
away. He's gonna have to put Korean Zombie away. We're gonna see the fighter I'm not gonna name because I don't respect his game. Bars. We're gonna see him tested in this fight. We're gonna see him get pushed to push somebody out of there. Away. Got to put him away, which is going to be great, man. It's going to be a good fight for Volky because if he does this, he can get more fans and put more butts in the seat, man. It's going to be great.
Man.
What about Mackenzie Dern versus Tecia Torres?
Mackenzie Dern versus Tecia Torres. I got Tecia Torres. They got that fight scored correctly also at 50-50 even. Tecia Torres at minus 105. Mackenzie Dern at minus 115. So you might well call that even. Only person win is Vegas. Well, not Vegas.
So I would say Tecia Torres as well. I feel like Mackenzie Dern is a little bit stiff in her movements. I feel like Tecia Torres can capitalize on that, especially if he keeps that fight upstairs. And when I say upstairs, that means on the feet.
On the feet, baby. On the feet.
Hey, look, man, let's put another fight in now. The 5th fight. What about a Rosenstrike fight?
Let's see. Rosenstrike is fighting Marcin Tybura. You know what? I'm just gonna say Rosenstrike versus Marcin Tybura. I really don't want to fight. I really don't want to count Rosenstrike out.
What's the odds on this
fight? Let me pull up the odds real quick. Not the worst. You can catch Rosenstrike for minus 158. So he's a favorite in this, which rightfully so. I don't want to count him out.
You can do a 14 parlay and still win some money with Rosenstrike on that.
Look, I wouldn't even do that. I would just pick nothing but upsets.
Yeah, he won't push that up none. Probably maybe another $200. That's it.
Nothing but upsets. Let's just go down this. Look, another one that ain't gotta go the way that we think. Mike Marlotte is a good fighter, but Mickey Gall at the underdog. Mickey Gall liable to go out there and put some jiu-jitsu down.
True.
So that's not. I don't know how the line that is either.
So Sean said it here first, man. If you trying to put some money on the line, man, put your money on the underdog, especially on the main card.
If there was a time to bet the underdog, it'd be this fight. Not this fight, but this card.
Or if anybody was fighting Ronda Rousey later on in her career. I'm just saying.
I don't look. Hey, I got one for you. If Ronda Rousey comes back right now, I'm pretty sure whoever she fights, she's probably the underdog.
Which you might want to bet on her because she might get him in the armbar, man.
That armbar ain't working these days.
Hey, it might. That
armbar worked because it was surprising people back then. Back then, they didn't want me.
She ain't been in the game.
Hoes all on me.
She ain't been in the game in a while. They might not see it coming.
Mike Jones.
Hey, man, that's a good segue into other news, man. Hey, man, before we get to another news, man, we got to talk about what's in the bottom right corner. Studies are happy. Get like us, happy365.com/trash-talk-BS. Hey, look, if you want your logo or any apparel, you want us to put something on for you, all you got to do is hit us up at
myfeetsmelllikebutt@gmail.com.
Hey, man, greatest email account ever made. Hey, in other news, man, I just want to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Duke fan to the day I
knew it was coming.
Look,
I knew
man,
it was
I'm
coming.
a Duke fan to the day I die, man. I just want to say to Coach K out there, man, hey, enjoy retirement. I hated to see you lose the last game in the Final Four to the UNC Tar Heels, but you know what I'm saying? We did all we could to get that dub. I wore all the gear I could have in the house to make sure we would win. The good luck charms was out there. It just didn't happen. I guess the UNC Tar Heels had more good luck charms than the Duke Blue Devils that night. Shots didn't fall the way they should. Shots didn't fall the way they did in the previous games. But hell of an effort out there. A great team went down in the Final Four, and a great coach is now retired from the NCAA. And enjoy your retirement, Coach K. I know you ain't never gonna see this, but if you do, enjoy it. Hopefully we can get them back next year, get back to the Final Four. Not only get back, but get to the championship game, and you'll be on the sideline just like the UNC coach was in the crowd, rooting us on so we can go to the championship game and then ultimately winning the championship next year just for you, Coach K. Hey, man, hell of a career. You did great for us. I rooted for every single game. I knew we had a chance. We had Coach K as the coach of the Duke Blue Devils, man. Hey, Blue Devil Nation, we're going to keep it going. Hey, ride or die. That's what I am. That's why I'm wearing my Duke hat tonight. You got anything else for the people, man?
So I'm going to go ahead and let everybody know about the UNC Tar Heels. Let you know I've been a Tar Heels fan. Can you say fan? So this how this work. So we growing up, right? Bobby liked Duke, so I picked the Tar Heels.
Yeah.
Bobby liked San Francisco 49ers, so I picked the I ain't picking them Cowboys because the fans is insufferable. So I picked the Eagles. That was close enough. I don't even know if they rivals. Look, so I picked the Eagles, close enough. If Bobby picked the Yankees, I picked the Red Sox. That's how it was. So that's the only reason why I like the Tar Heels. And at this point, I just be hoping they play and it be a good game. I don't care who wins.
Yeah.
But listen.
True.
Listen, if y'all celebrate after the win, don't get mad that the other team didn't wait for y'all to cut the nets down and drink champagne.
Exactly,
before shaking the hand. You gonna shake the hand first, then do the backflip. Then do the backflip. Y'all said, "Oh, look at us, South Carolina, Tar Heel Nation." You know what the people Tar Heels. You know what they be doing, right? They was in the crowd. One dude was doing a shoey up there in the student section, and then he looked down an hour later and he was like, "Why was Duke not standing there to shake my hand?" Like, what y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? I'm not waiting around for you to do a backflip off the cage before I shake your hand. It's not happening.
Well said.
But just the will the right? I got one for you before we leave. Will the rivalry continue on?
Hell yeah, man. It's Duke, Carolina, man. It's always going to be the rivalry.
So one thing that will have to be done next year by Duke, that was done this year by Carolina, was Herbert taking the team far.
Yeah.
So they can still command the right recruits and stuff where, no. If I can ball, this is where I want to go, right?
True.
So Duke's going to have to make a deep run next year so that the same thing No. I know Coach K left, but this is still a blue chip 5-star program.
Here's the thing about Duke and what they've done previously the last 5 to 10 years. They've developed a tradition. They've developed what they like to call brotherhood. And a brotherhood is like a community. It's like a fraternity of men who play basketball at Duke, who not only come together as a team, but they also utilize that brotherhood to help out in other ways outside or off the court as well. So individuals who come to Duke to play basketball not only come to Duke to play basketball or just to join a team and become a part of the brotherhood, but they join a team, become a part of the brotherhood, and also when they leave, they're still a part of some kind of fraternity that lives on. So it's a decision that you're not just making it for a college decision, it's a life decision. So they've put together that aspect to the individuals they go out and recruit to, and it gets them ahead of the game because it's not one of those things where you come into a program just to play basketball. You're coming to a program to advance yourself in life. So they did advance in the NCAA a lot further, or as far as the Final Four. So it still gets them the recruits because they still played in high-level games. Yeah,
but they
got one of the top recruiting classes next year. We're gonna come back. We're coming back strong with a lot of freshmen next year. We got to get some transfers in there so we can fill out the bench area and fill out the major spots at shooting guard. But we got a good team coming back next year too.
That's also saying, like, man, they won the Super Bowl. That was super great. And then Tom Brady be like, all right, well, I'm going to head out. And then we like, they still going to win the Super Bowl. Coach K is a lot. The name Coach K, they could be having a losing season. And he can still show up at your house and be like, Coach K. And they're like, shit, I ought to consider going to Duke, man. I might could help them turn things around. So I don't necessarily, I'm just hoping that, who is it? Assistant coach going to take over the head coach job?
Yeah. John Shire is taking over the head coach job. So and here's the thing. Okay. Here's the thing. Whenever Coach K announced his retirement at the beginning of the season, he didn't announce his retirement so he can get all the praise and the acknowledgments. The acknowledgments for the year. He announced it so that he could tell the recruits that are coming in, I'm not going to be the coach of the Duke Blue that was John Shire's. And then that retirement was announced way before the season start. Then John Shire was in charge of making sure that he went out and he recruited. So this class coming in is not Coach K's class coming in. This is John Shire's class, a new freshman coming in the door. So that being said, these are his individuals that he chose, probably with the help of Coach K and with some advisement from Coach K, but this is his class coming in. So this is his team. And everyone besides one or two individuals are leaving to go to the NBA, or
the whole team gone, ain't it?
The starting five except for one is leaving. They're gone.
That's wild.
It's wild. There's a couple people that may stay. Wendell Moore might stay because get
us started up.
He got a little taste of the Final Four, and maybe he can use some of that NIL and get some money or make some money in college because of that. Maybe he'll stay because of that, but who knows? He probably going too. Everybody probably going.
That's wild. I didn't know it was the whole. See, Google don't never help me out, man. I wanted to Google like who's potentially leaving and staying. Probably leaving. Coach K, Paulo, Wendell Moore, AJ Griffin, Keels, Williams. Who's staying? Roach? Is Roach not leaving?
No, Roach probably won't leave.
See, now that they can get paid in college to sell their likeness,
yeah,
the The urge to leave when you're on the cusp of doing something to get your stock higher ain't as bad. Because instead of like, oh man, well, what if you get hurt? Okay, well, if you get hurt, well, you still probably made don't let these boys fool you. They making a couple $100,000 out there.
Yeah.
Instead of damn millions. Hold on, I got a comment. He said, my dudes, no one cares about the UFC. It's all about that BKFC next weekend. What we got? Shit, we should have covered that. We all about BKFC.
What's BKFC next weekend?
Shit, I don't know. They better put that shit on my timeline if they want me to see it. It ain't Knucklemania, is it?
I don't think so. Hey, I got some news on BKFC. I think that the Taylor Starling versus Ferreira might happen sometime this summer.
For the belt?
For the belt. I'm trying to tell you, it might happen.
So
BKFC might be announcing that.
That put Bret Hart out for who's that put it again? April 8th. Caveman Rickles versus Mike Rick. Damn, that's a good one. Who was that? Dickman Dickelheimer. I don't think that's your name. I don't think that's your name, bro.
I wanted you to say that live.
I don't think that's your name, Dickman Dickelheimer.
You got say that live right there, live and in action.
Dickman Dickenheimer. Okay, Dickelheimer. Dickelheimer.
Hey, man, that might be the greatest name that I've seen in a whole life.
Warren. See, they gotta deck the card out though. I be waiting for those Knucklemania ones. Hey man, look though, I'm gonna tell you right now, and I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. BKFC is one of the rising sports, and I didn't think they was gonna do it
because you're going to see action. And the biggest thing about the UFC with some of the fighters, they get in there to finish the fight, make their money, and get up out of there. And BKFC, they come in to knuckle up and knock a motherfucker out. So that's the biggest thing I like about BKFC. I didn't know this card was happening. I was waiting till Taylor Starling later on in the midsummer gets out there and tries to get that strap. And it's belt season, and she's training right now. So I'm ready to watch that fight as well. So there's a lot of BKFC coming up. I didn't know about this weekend though.
I didn't know about this weekend. See, they got to do more putting it in front of our faces. And I do understand the way they want to like separate the talent throughout. And so I feel like either they need to do more Knucklemania events to build the hype first, because when they stack the show, it's easier to sell. It's easier to hype up. So I'm looking at K-Man Rickles versus Mike Richmond. That's a good fight. But I'm looking at the rest of the card and could be good fights, but I don't recognize them because y'all didn't put them in front of my face. You know? So I'm gonna catch the main event. I'm gonna catch the main event.
Tune in next week, though. We're going to talk about the BKFC along with the UFC. We might even, if the fights are what I think it's going to be, we're going to talk about it next week. So tune in next week. Come back live. We're going to give you some fight perspective from our point of view from BKFC, because we talk about it as well.
Oh, we good. It's on April 8th. That's on Friday.
Yeah.
So we good. Yeah. I ain't even going to miss both of them. What else you got, Bob?
Hey, man, that's all I got.
All right, so look, we're gonna holler at. Hey, look, we'll see you next week, Dickman Dickelheimer the third.
The third.
The third. He made sure you put that in there. Oh, Mike Jones.
Put some respect on his
name.
Put
some respect on my name, man. Hey, look, it's been real.
It's always real, man.
It's been good.
Been good tonight, man.
But it ain't been real good.
I ain't never that.
Look, we gonna come back next time. We can't stay so long.
I holla.
Peace.